Did you know that most people getting an MBA don't actually need one? For a lot of people, it's a $200,000 mistake, whether they ever admit that to themselves or not. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Angela from MBA Protocol, and this is MBA Monday. What I do is help people get into business school. So I know from 18 years of experience of talking to hundreds and hundreds of MBA applicants every year that most of them don't truly need an MBA. If I'm going to invest hours and hours and hours of my time into helping you submit the best applications for MBA school that you possibly can, I always want to make sure that that degree is actually going to help you get to where you want in your career. So I'm very honest when people come to me and ask them whether or not they need an MBA. And the truth is, most people don't. In this video, I'm going to help you understand if you're in one of the categories of people who truly doesn't need an MBA. And I'm going to share with you 3 important facts to understand about how business school really works so that you can decide if you are one of the 6 types of applicants that actually does need an MBA. And by the way, you'll have to check out my next video if you want to know the 6 types of applicants who actually do need an MBA. All right, so here's my first hot take. If you don't know exactly why you need an MBA, you probably don't need one. So many people year after year apply because their friends are applying, their friends or family members just expect them to, they're bored, they want some kind of prestige or a 2-year break from a challenging career. That's not a need. That's an identity crisis. Likewise, if you're already making over $150,000 in a booming tech career, the MBA is most likely going to mean a step back or a step sideways in your career rather than a step forward. For that matter, here are 5 other types of applicants who really probably don't need an MBA and might find one to be counter to their career goals. Entrepreneurs who are already building traction. Software engineers in high-growth tech, sales professionals with a strong performance, people who are chasing status without a plan, really anyone who's going to go heavily into debt without ROI clarity should not be applying to business school, at least not until you pause and consider the specific return on the MBA investment to you, unless you know exactly what you want to do post-MBA and you're sure that you can't get there without an MBA. Here are 3 things you need to understand about what the MBA offers so that you can reflect on whether you're applying out of need or just because it seems like a good idea. The first fact you need to understand about the MBA is that it's a career accelerator, not a creator. That means even if you attend a school like Harvard Business School, the Wharton School, Stanford Graduate School of Business, they don't magically transform you. They can't wave a magic wand and grant any career wish. Instead, they amplify your past trajectory, your communication skills, and your ambition. If there's no existing signal to amplify, the ROI on even the top schools diminishes dramatically. What that means is that before you even consider applying, you need to really ensure that your career trajectory, your communication skills, and your ambition are solid and moving you already in the direction that you want to go. That will set you up to benefit from the second thing you need to understand about the value of an MBA, and that is that the real product isn't education, it's access. Meaning, you can learn finance, strategy, leadership frameworks online or in books. I've got an entire bookshelf of replacement for the MBA books that if you read them all, you'd probably learn just about everything that is actually taught at a top MBA program. To say nothing of the fact that cutting-edge technologies, AI, are still only nascent curricula on MBA campuses, and hundreds of year old institutions are not the best positioned to teach technology concepts that only came about in the last 5 years. So the learning of the MBA program, you can do just as well online or through other means than taking 2 years out of your career to attend a full-time MBA program. What you're buying when you go to business school, therefore, isn't the knowledge. It's the recruiting pipeline. It's the network. It's the brand halo that will affect every job you submit your resume for post-MBA, and in some cases, even pre-MBA once you've been admitted. That's the uncomfortable truth. And in 2026, the MBA still provides those 3 forms of access better than almost any other pathway you could pursue. Finally, the third thing you need to understand about the value of an MBA is that it is most powerful for outsiders. In other words, people who are trying to make a move from one situation into another one that they're not currently in. That includes career switchers, immigrants looking to change countries and get a job in the country where their MBA program is post-MBA. It includes people who might have gone to non-elite undergrad programs and want to really upgrade the resume signal that they can send every time they submit that resume for a new job by adding a powerful MBA brand to it. It also includes people who work for nonprofits or in the military or in other NGOs who want to enter the private sector. It's for scientists who want to enter business, for engineers who want to move into business leadership. It's for people trying to make a huge move from one place into another that they're not already inside, or in other words, outsiders. If you're already sitting inside the role, company, organization, community that you want to be a part of, you've got a solid role and you're well networked, the MBA will likely have significantly weaker ROI for you. I built MBA Protocol, MBA Mondays, and this entire channel for the outsiders, for people who are trying to make a move into a much bigger and brighter future for themselves. That's the kind of MBA applicant I was when I applied to business school many years ago. And it's the kind of MBA applicant that we've built our entire coaching operation around serving. Because we know that the MBA is not a magic genie. If you want to turn the access that an MBA program gives you into a much better career with a higher ROI than you currently would have on your existing trajectory, it takes a lot of skill development to really make that pivot happen. If you are one of the people who's decided that you need an MBA, I'm going to be right here every week helping you on this journey. If you want career advice without an MBA, head over to our other channel at Career Protocol. And if you are proceeding on the MBA journey, consider joining my community, the MBA Momentum Club. Next month, we're going to be helping you choose the right portfolio of schools for you so that you can make sure that the MBA actually does advance your career through the MBA. While you're down there clicking that link in the description, hit the subscribe button so you'll get the notification when my next video comes out, which is the 6 types of people who actually do need an MBA. I've already made a video about how to think about the actual return on your MBA investment if you're deciding to apply to business school. You can check that video out right here. I'll be right here next week to help you continue your MBA journey. About the value of an MBA, about the